the most outstanding youth from 4 pavilions were challenging the rat-tied soundwave array, each displaying their prowess. Little did Xiao Yan expect to stumble upon news of the Dou Zun of Wind amidst it all. Continuing from the last episode, Xiao Yan, in his endeavor to protect the spirit-communicating white fox in Nalan Yanran's hands, single-handedly defeated nearly 20 Dou Huangs, only to attract the attention of a mysterious gray-robed elder. Sensing the elder's Dou Zun strength, Xiao Yan couldn't help but be astonished. Due to the restrictions imposed by the Tianmu Mountains barrier, individuals of overwhelming power couldn't enter. Yet, the elder before him surpassed this limit. Xiao Yan fixed his gaze firmly on the gray-robed elder, then smiled and clasped his fists in greeting. "I presume this elder is from the gold-eating rat clan?" The elder responded, "Your perception isn't half bad, kid. Apologies for the chaos I've caused here," Xiao Yan hurriedly added, retrieving a jade bottle containing a 5th-tier pill named Qi Cultivation Pill from his storage ring and offering it to the elder. It wasn't that Xiao Yan feared the elder, rather, he recognized the elder's considerable strength and likely high status within the clan. Moreover, the gold-eating rat clan would lay obstacles ahead, and Xiao Yan had no desire to antagonize them. For magical beasts, such pills were rare treasures. Though the Qi Cultivation Pill was only 5th tier, its ability to hasten Qi recovery intrigued the elder. The elder chuckled, "Kid, I took a liking to you from the moment I laid eyes on you. Don't worry, I'll tidy up this place for you. As for those nuisances, I'll deal with them as well." Xiao Yan expressed his gratitude. "In that case, many thanks, elder. I'm Jin Gu, don't call me elder. You go on ahead." With that little girl's spirit communicating white fox, navigating the maze won't be an issue. But reaching the Tian Shan Blood Pool successfully will pose several challenges. Rest assured, I won't just sit back after accepting things, I'll make additional arrangements, Jin Gu assured. Hearing this, Xiao Yan felt delighted. Being sheltered by a powerful member of the gold-eating rat clan in the Tianmu Mountains far exceeded the value of the pill. After exchanging pleasantries with Jin Gu, Xiao Yan entered the tree gate. However, the fog here was denser than in the mountains, and even Xiao Yan's soul force found it hard to penetrate. Fortunately, with Nalan Yanran's spirit communicating white fox, they soon exited the maze. Before them now stood a majestic mountain peak, with the two of them positioned just below its halfway point. However, Nalan Yanran explained that the obstacle set by the gold-eating rat clan was located at the Tian Shan platform on the mountainside. Only by overcoming it could they qualify to reach the Tian Shan Blood Pool. And since there were many participants, the challenges set were formidable. Though those who reached this point weren't weak, breaking through would still be quite difficult. Upon hearing this, a fiery determination flickered in Xiao Yan's eyes. "In that case, let's go." With those words, the two of them transformed into shadows and swiftly moved towards the mountainside. When Xiao Yan arrived at the Tian Shan platform and saw nearly 20 figures ahead, he couldn't help but feel a bit shocked. Despite pushing himself relentlessly day and night, he still couldn't catch up to them. Even if it weren't for meeting Nalan Yanran and having the assistance of her white fox, it would have been difficult to arrive on time. As Xiao Yan marveled, Feng Qinger, from a distance, locked eyes with him, a hint of provocation in her gaze. After all, Xiao Yan's previous altercation with the Wind Lightning Northern Pavilion had caused quite a stir, and even Fei Tian hadn't managed to capture him, greatly diminishing the pavilion's prestige. If she could capture him this time, it might greatly aid her in the future struggle for the position of Pavilion Master. Choosing to ignore Feng Qinger's provocative look, Xiao Yan instead focused on a distant figure cloaked in green. This woman wore a green dress, with big watery eyes and a slightly innocent and tender look on her enchanting face. However, Nalan Yanran reminded Xiao Yan that this woman was not as simple as she appeared. She was Qingluan, the most outstanding among the younger generation of the Falling Star Pavilion. Meanwhile, Xiao Yan and Nalan Yanran gradually entered the platform. A gray-robed elder, after glancing at them, spoke slowly. "I am Jinshi, the leader of the gold-eating rat clan. Since you have all made it here, you must be extraordinary individuals. This round's selection isn't difficult. You only need to successfully reach the mountaintop through the rat-tied sound wave." With a wave of his sleeve, a swarm of gold and gold-eating rats surged out from around the stone steps behind him. Seeing this, everyone felt a tingling sensation, as the gold-eating rats excelled in sonic attacks. With such a massive wave of sound, even Dou Huang-level experts would struggle, especially since the rat sound waves could bypass qi defenses, causing illusions and dizziness once they penetrated the mind. As Xiao Yan sighed inwardly, Jing Gu's gaze swept the crowd. Then he announced the start of the challenge. Without hesitation, many rash individuals rushed forward, only to be thrown back by the sound waves, with their souls suffering considerable damage. Seeing everyone fail, Feng Qinger glanced at the multitude of gold-eating rats and then unleashed a brilliant silver light from her body, shooting straight to the mountaintop. At that moment, she fully displayed the 3000 Thunder movement, shattering all the sound wave remnants. With a graceful leap, she landed on a piece of green stone. Witnessing Feng Qinger take the lead, Tanging of the 10,000 Sword Pavilion soared to the mountaintop using sword techniques, while Wang Qin of the Yellow Spring Pavilion braved the eerie dark attribute Qi to break through the soundwave array, successfully completing the challenge. The elder said, "Next." Mu Qingluan greeted. Mu Qingluan from the Falling Star Pavilion pays respects to Elder Jean. Miss Qingluan is becoming more eloquent. It was a wise decision for your clan to have you apprentice under the Dou Zun of Wind. Now it seems to have paid off, Jean Shi remarked. Hearing this, Xiao Yan's gaze froze with disbelief on Mu Qingluan. The Dou Zun of Wind? Xiao Yan hadn't expected Mu Qingluan to be a disciple of the Dou Zun of Wind, the sworn brother of Elder Pill. If that were the case, then the Dou Zun of Wind would also be associated with the Falling Star Pavilion. Joy surged in Xiao Yan's heart. If what Elder Pill said was true, he would have significant support in Central Plains in the future, no longer alone. As thoughts raced in Xiao Yan's mind, and with the remaining spots dwindling, he finally couldn't contain himself and, with Nalan Yanran, approached Jean Shi. With Jean Shi's keen insight, he naturally discerned that Nalan Yanran's strength wasn't sufficient to pass the array. He reminded, the strength of the sound wave array increases with the number of participants. Are you sure you need to bring someone? But before Xiao Yan could respond, Nalan Yanran spoke up. Maybe you should go alone. Bringing me along would only slow you down. Xiao Yan firmly stated, come along, consider it a gift for your teacher. A gift for the teacher? Nalan Yanran asked, a hint of complexity flashing in her eyes.